Hi, my name is Paul Russell and I'm with the Applications Group at Okuma America Corporation. Today I wanted to talk about some of the safety features on the newest control that we have, which is the P500. And it's a little bit different from previous generations, but that's what I wanted to cover today. So let's get right into it. So if we look at the control, this machine, I just powered it on. This is what we see when we first boot it up. We're going to hit our CNC button, and we see this blue screen doing some checks, make sure that your library files are loaded, all standard stuff. It's in e-stop, so once I release the e-stop and hit the control on button, it's going to say, please open door. This is new. So it's going through all the safety checks. It's checking the interlocks, so it wants you to open and close them to make sure they're functioning properly. So this machine has auto doors, so I have to open and close the door. And close it, and then the next you'll see, please open ATC magazine door. So we'll go do that one. If it's out of matrix, you'll have to go around the back and open the door back there. So now that we have it's done the checks on the interlocks, there's a couple things I want to show you on the panel. Down at the bottom, we have one that has a picture of a screen, and it has a little icon of a steering wheel. This is our switch to change control between the pulse handle and the panel, or we say panel mode. Right now, if it's over to the left, I'm in panel mode. I switch to the right, I'm in pulse handle mode, and I can use my pulse handle to jog the machine around. The other piece of the jog handle, or even in panel mode, is the enabling button. This button on the side here is the button that allows us to move the machine around. We have to push that in order to get the machine to move. So if I go to manual mode, my doors are closed, and I can start jogging the machine up and down, in and out, wherever I want. If I go to panel mode, likewise, this button here is my enabling button. I press this, and now I can jog up and down in X, Y, Z, any axis that I want to. I can also use this button here on the pulse handle as the enabling button. Either one will work. Doesn't matter what mode you're in, the enabling button has to be pressed, one of them, in order to get the machine to move. So I'm in manual mode, my doors are closed, and I am in the center key switch up here, which brings us to the next topic here. These three positions on this key switch are called setup mode, which is to the left, production mode is in the center, and test mode is to the right. These are what allow us to move the machine around with the doors open. When you're doing a setup, as the description implies, test mode, setup mode, you're doing something in the machine. You need to set tools, you need to set work offsets, things like that. So in order to demonstrate that, let me open up the doors in the machine, and we'll try to move it around. So I'm in test mode, I'm in manual mode, my doors are open, and let's put our key switch over to the pulse handle. Now I can move. If I try to move it, it's not going to move because I'm not pressing in my enabling button. If I press that in, the machine will start moving. There is a limitation as to how fast it will move. 2 meters a minute is the max that it'll go. It's a safety specification. And so up and down, in and out. If I go to panel mode, I can move my Z. If I hold my enabling button, I can jog the machine around. So I can move my indicator, probe, whatever I need to do to get the machine to move around. The doors are open, I'm in test mode. If I go to production mode, I am basically locked out. It will not let me do anything in production mode, pulse handle or panel mode. So you need to switch the key over to test mode or setup mode to the left. Setup mode and test mode are very similar. The only major difference is that the RPM that you can run the spindle at when the doors are open. With setup mode, it's 50 RPM max. In test mode, you can get up to 800 RPMs. And coincidentally, that 800 is fixed. You cannot change it. On the P300, there was a parameter where we could max that out, maximum of 800, and we could lower it to 500 or lower. With the P500, it is fixed at 800. If you want it to go lower, you can use your spindle override. Another thing I want to point out is the addition of a door lock button. And you've seen me pressing the button here while I'm doing this demonstration. However, I want to show you some details on that. Let's close the doors. In normal operation, we can close doors, go to auto mode, and the door will automatically lock once I hit cycle start. You see it lights up blue. When it's finished, it's going to remain locked. So if I go to open the door, it will not let me open the door until I unlock. So that's a quick overview on the safety functions on the P500 controller.